Today is the day. Peace in the Pivot is officially live. For months now, I've been talking about pivots, adjusting, finding clarity, getting your peace. And now it's not just a conversation, it's a coaching practice and more, okay? This is for every woman who's in a season that she didn't plan for and needs someone to walk it with her. That's what I built this for. Welcome to Peace in the Pivot. Okay, so what's the hardest part about being in a pivot season that people don't talk about? The hardest part about being in a pivot season is the lack of clarity and feeling all over the place, and as if it's like you don't want your old self, or you don't identify with the past anymore of who you were, and you see who you envision yourself becoming, but you're still trying to find out and figure out how you're going to get to her. You know what I mean? How you going to get to that other person. It's like it's almost like you don't have proof that this person or this version or this vision of who you see in your head even exists yet, but you know that it exists. I think the other part that makes it hard during the pivot season is you feel so unsettled that you feel like you're doing things wrong. You feel like you're wrong because it's not your norm, And I think we put ourselves in these positions to think that everything has to go this perfect way. One of the other hardest parts is that feeling of feeling lost. That's where it comes into place with when you start to find clarity. But that feeling of feeling lost, y'all, it sometimes, I know it feels heavy, but I will say this. I feel like that feeling of feeling lost is your body and your mind is adjusting and shifting. You know what I mean? I think that's what it means. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's very normal. It's very normal to feel disheveled, disoriented, feel a little bit like, what am I doing? But that means your mind is moving. So one of the other really hard parts is trusting your faith. Okay, it is not easy when you're going through hard seasons, because the biggest part is you're looking at like, why me? Why God? Why do I have to go through this, right? But that's when your faith comes so rooted, so deep, and kicks back in, and it gives you that boost that you need, because he literally is putting you in the position, okay, to find the clarity, find the peace, because find the clarity and find the peace. Because what I know, and what I know that you know, is our God does not want us to be going through all these trials and tribulations, okay? So sometimes we have to listen to him. And sometimes when we might feel disheveled and we might not feel right, it's because our body is adjusting. It's adjusting to where we need to be, okay? So I think one of the hardest parts is like sitting back for a second and really recognizing your faith is moving. Your faith is working for you, especially when you're rooted in it, okay? One thing I learned, peace doesn't wait for the pivot to be over. It walks with you through it. And I mean peace as in, you know. Was there a moment this year where it really hit you, like your season was actually changing? Yes. So I feel like I had several moments, but the biggest one where I knew, like, not just about being strong, but where I know that like I've shared before, I feel like I was mentally preparing for this season. Like, I really believe that. And the moment it hit me was when I started planning for graduation things in the midst of a divorce, in the midst of being laid off. And I was like, oh, I'm really in a season. Like, it didn't hit me till like the spring. So at that point I was already several months in, but it definitely hit me. And it also hit me that, okay, I got to show up for these girls, not to just be strong like nothing is wrong, but show up and communicate, show up and let them know when I'm not having good days. So yes, there was a specific moment, and I think it was when I had to start planning for the graduation stuff in the midst of what I was already going through as just a woman outside of my motherhood. It really was eye-opening, recognizing how my womanhood things were affecting my motherhood and how I had to communicate that. So a lot of the fear that was happening through the moment that it hit me was, I'm not going to be this person that I thought I was becoming or was going to be. I thought I was also fearing like shame, embarrassment. I was also fearing just not having things in order and in line like I'm used to having. And I was like, wait, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? So definitely fear was kicking in, but I instantly was like, okay, wait. There's a reason for the season, okay? And I had to catch it and recognize it. It didn't happen overnight, but I did recognize it when it was happening. And then how faith played a part. I'm gonna get through this without crying. I'm not. Um, those of you who know, I live stream and do TikTok lives, and through those months between October and February, doing my TikTok lives, my testimony Tuesdays, I don't even know where it came from. I don't know why I started doing them. I guess I do know why. This was my calling to some extent. And those TikTok lives really helped me get back into the word, got me back into reading the Bible, back into scriptures. I had to show up for people. They look forward to it. It made me do the research. It made me read stories from the Bible that I hadn't read in years. And I grew up going to church and being involved in church. So it wasn't new to me, but I think when life gets to you and you get overpowered and overwhelmed with life and work and relationships and other people, you sometimes lose sight of God. And in that moment, I recognize, like, oh no, I need him. I need him, right? And he was literally guiding me through these months. Y'all, Peace in the Pivot, I didn't come up with that name by myself. When I tell you God put these words on me, I literally was talking about these exact topics. We would literally talk about peace, clarity, adjust, shifting. I mean, I did not go out of my way to make this up for anybody. This was the experience that I experienced, and I'm beyond qualified, on top of the training that I took to be a coach, to be able to help other women get through this season. Because one thing I do know is when you take the time, okay, to process your feelings, process your emotions, and you can speak to somebody with clarity, okay, it's nothing like it. I would say many scriptures got me through it. I won't say I have like one specific one, but just getting back into reading the word and reading the stories in a realistic way, not just finding one little word, reading the whole chapter, reading the whole book if I could, you know. It really helped me get through this season. I know that everybody might feel like they don't have the time to read the Bible. If you got time to scroll, you got time to read the Bible, okay? I'm not pushing anything, but whatever your religious walk is, I think if any time to lean on him or them, is when you're in the time of needing clarity. That's what it's there for. So it really helped me get through a lot. And I thank everybody who joined those TikTok lives, because they saw me go through all the emotions without even knowing what was really going on. But a big part of it is prayer. A big part of it is talking to him, and talking to him very directly, very loudly, getting it out. And when I say loud, I don't mean volume. I just mean like not being tight-lipped with your prayer, okay? So and also another thing that helped me get through it is getting back active in church, in a way that was comfortable for me, and authentic to me, and made me feel back comfortable in having women in faith in a different part of my life, because my family is very faith-based. But when you meet new women and other people, I think that helped my clarity too, and my relationship with God. So that's how we got to peace, okay? Quick refresher on what we'll actually do together. It's called the PACP method, or PACPA, okay? Pivot. The P is naming where you are right now. No sugarcoating. Adjust. The A. Adjust. Figuring out what actually needs to change. Clarity. Getting honest with what you really want next. And peace. Landing somewhere solid on purpose. That's the whole framework. Real life, real faith, real healing in 4 steps. Here's the practical part. My calendar for one-on-one clarity calls, those are complimentary, is open right now. If you're on the wait list, you'll get a message first. But if not, go and grab you a spot. I only hold so many each week. And last but not least, the website aliciaholiday.com is live, okay? It's a great place for you to see all that I offer, okay? Coaching, speaking, hosting, everything is there. From coaching packages, my story, free guides, resources, and how to book your one-on-one clarity call with me. It's all in one place now. I built this from the ground up with you in mind. And I'm so proud to finally share it with you. Look forward to seeing you on your clarity call.